before of the environment ratio times 3. Yeah, just the environment ratio times 3. What's the environment ratio? Oh, the environment ratio. So this is very similar to what I started to do here, because the environment is the environment frame time. Oh, divided by the environment duration plus g width. Uh, yeah. So this is like similar to what I was setting up. Actually, this is very similar. Divided by environment duration times g width. Yeah, that's like almost like the exact same term. And then times 3. Yeah. Okay. So actually, I was on the right track before. And this is actually fine. I think that what I was doing. Maybe? So I will try this. I'll give it a shot. And if it doesn't turn out quite right, then screw it. I don't know. I'll try something else. Alright, so, yeah. So, g width times tableau duration divided by environment duration times 3 divided by 2. Uh, right, and that's offset from 960. So then we'll say, right. So archery level position. So this is only if, curEv, or if not, if not env dot still. Right, because if the environment's still, then we don't have to translate this again. But if the environment is still, then we have to minus equal delta time. Or gpos, gwidth times, I might want to come up with like a scalar. Like I might want to pre-cook this scalar so that I don't have to like recalculate it every frame. And it can just be like delta time times like this other scalar. But for now it'll be delta time times, so delta time times gwidth times gwidth and times or divided by environment duration times 3. Yeah, and we don't have to divide by 2 this time. So I should do the multiplication before I do the division, just to avoid like integer rounding errors. So times 3. I might as well do that up here as well, because why not? I mean, I really should just be using an integer or a float instead of an integer. I might want to literally be doing that instead. All right. So for now, just to see if this is working, I'll just say for I in range 5, like graphics dot blit graphics dot blit. I'll just blit the like archer or whatever. So like archery archer my favorite of the most archerist of archers. We'll blit it to position what is it, archery level position or long view position plus I times 10 comma, I don't know, like it doesn't really matter what height they're at as long as they're scrolling correctly. So I'll say like 280 or whatever. They're probably going to be hovering off the ground, but I can worry about that later. So alright, so it's going to start with this tableau, and then it's going to switch to the other tableau after 20 seconds, hypothetically. I should probably bring down the tableau duration so as not to have to wait so long. Or is it just not going to cycle at all? Oh, there it goes. Whoop. Oh yeah, I'm not resetting the tableau duration or the tableau time. Oops. Alright, so what is it? So SM tableau time equals G frame time SM tableau duration. Yeah. All right, and let's initialize the tableau time to not take 20 seconds to flip over. So it'll just be plus plus 5. So it'll just take 5 seconds to flip over to the next tableau. But then it will take 20 seconds for the next one. So 5 seconds from now, it should flip over to the other tableau. And look, yeah, so our archers are underground. They're not hovering above ground, but they are. Yeah. So I think because of float imprecision, like the int float imprecision, they're not moving at quite the exact correct rate. They're kind of stuttering relative to the background. So we'll want to change that, but and we'll also want to dig them out from underground. But other than that, alright, so I thought they were going to be floating, but instead they were like stuck underground. So clearly it is not 280. Really? Alright, whatever. It's like, I don't know, like 240 or something. I don't know. Let's see how that looks. Yeah, and so I'll probably I'll want to keep track of these values as floats, definitely. Yeah, so like they're almost stuck to the ground. They're just not moving at quite. They're just not like translating at quite the same. Oh yeah. So, I'll want to start it like with integer roundedness so that it sticks to the. Maybe I should just use ESP. Yeah. Yeah, you know what's going to be easier is uh, how's this going to work? Um, so we'll say, okay. So when we initialize this, we'll say, when we initialize Tableau 1, we'll say archery level position equals ESP. I'll just comment this out. This will be like, because we can always try this approach again if I can't get the ESP thing to work. So archery level position equals ESP. Oh wait, what equals ESP index mid ground. No, near ground, excuse me. Index 0. But then, yeah, what if I just take the higher of the two? Yeah, if I take the higher of the two, then I can be guaranteed that we're not going to go through a full flip. Yeah, okay, so archery level position, so archery LV pause IDX level long view position index equals 0, but then we'll say if ESP near ground index 1 is greater than ESP index near ground 0, or if ESP index 0 is less than ESP near ground index 1, then we'll say archery level position instead. So like, yeah, these values will instead go to equal ESP blah 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 index 1, and then archery level position index will equal 1. Yeah. So then we'll say oh, but it's actually not going to be just the ESP near ground blah blah blah. It's going to be this. It's going to be 960 minus this. And I'm not going to do the math about like the, duration blah 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 garbage whatever. Actually no, maybe I should do this. Yeah, no. So actually I'll say archery level position actually will still equal this. And then archery level archery long view, I'm going to keep saying level instead of long view, but slide pause is going to equal that. And then yeah, so slide pause will keep track of that value. And then so we'll offset slide pause. We'll use slide pause to calculate how many pixel offsets change each frame. Yeah, so right, so down here we'll say, if not still, then we'll say archery level position minus equals, what'll it be? It'll be, so each frame, ESP will be slightly lower. So it'll be minus equal, the, like, slide pause, minus equal slide pause, minus ESP index near ground index archery level position archery long view position index, whichever of those frames we were using, and then we'll say archery long view slide position equals this frame, because this is the new position as updated and such, and then and I think that's all we need to do. Yeah, I think that's actually satisfactory now. So now the archers should slide with the backgrounds. There should be no jittering or stuttering. I mean, like, the backgrounds, they do click on pixels, so, like, you know, the backgrounds are not perfectly smooth in how they transition, but the archers should not be any less smooth. ESP is not defined. Oh, ASP is not defined. Yes, that's true. How about ESP? Is that defined? Perhaps. Is that super defined, like, all over the freaking place? Okay. There we go. Yes. I'm not using ASP anywhere else, am I? Nope, I am. Yep, good thing I checked. Okay. Save that. And then, yeah, let's start the script again. And so 5 seconds from now, the archers will hopefully appear. They might be floating. Okay. Yeah, okay, so now I think they're actually moving with the backgrounds, hypothetically. No, it looks like they're kind of stuttering a little bit separate from the backgrounds, which is weird, because they should be moving exactly in sync, considering I'm offsetting them by the by that exact amount. What the heck? Yeah, what the heck is up with that? I could restart the script, but it's going to switch back to that Tableau in just a moment anyways. Yeah, it's definitely still stuttering. Like, what the heck? It should be moving by the exact same number of pixels each frame, so, like, why on earth would it stutter? Does it think it's a float or something? Oh, maybe it thinks it's a float. Maybe I should let it know that it's an integer up front. No, I don't see how that could have been the case. And I don't see how that would have made a difference either. It's kind of irksome, considering how simple this should be. Oh, it's also, we're drawing this on top of the near ground. Oh. So that's also a little awkward. Gosh. So maybe I should just skip this Tableau. Or, like, just do a different one. Like, I can still do a long view, but maybe I just won't try and integrate it into, like, the scene's graphics. I don't know. It could look really cool, but it's not gonna look really cool if it, like... No, it's probably just not gonna look really cool. Because I'd have to, like, do a separate... I'd have to do, like, a whole separate section for, like, tableaus that, that draw under the near ground layer, which I guess I could do. But like if I can't even get the math right, then I have no clue why the math isn't working. It's um like every frame, the slide position increments by some number of pixels. And we're supposed, like hypothetically, we're shifting the archers by the exact same number of pixels every frame. Um, and yet they're clearly like shifting at different like rates, or like, I mean, they're moving like they're not separating from each other, but they're not like it's like one. It's like they're moving like at separate on separate frames instead of on the same frame. What the heck? Just doesn't make sense. Just kind of frustrating. All right, what am I doing with this value that could possibly be messing it up? Archery archer. No, sorry. Hmm. uh, Graphic split. No, we're just using it there. We're not changing it there. Equals 960 plus equals. Is this just that this isn't rounded? I mean, this should be rounded, right? I mean, this should naturally be round. No, I mean, if it's an integer, it'd be round, but maybe it's just not. I don't know. I mean, it's an integer. How could it not be round? We're telling it to be an integer. How could it be an unround integer? There's not really such thing as an integer that's not round. And yet here we are. Those jerks. How dare they stutter like that? Like, math isn't really subjective typically. Math is usually pretty objective. It's usually the case that if math doesn't like just. Sorry for putting my face so close to the camera, by the way. I don't know. Usually math is pretty trustworthy in terms of like if math is supposed to do something, usually it does that thing that it's supposed to do. There are exceptions. Clearly, there are exceptions to the rule. So, um, so, uh, um, yeah, I don't know. Um, oh, I'm an idiot. I'm doing it in the wrong order. So it's offsetting it by the previous frame. Yeah, derp. Right. Yeah. If I want it to be relevant to this frame, I have to do it this frame. Okay. So that's yeah. Yes, that was not as tricky as it seemed. Oh, we're actually. Oh, and okay. So well, that works out too, I guess. This environment is still, and so as we see, the archers are completely still. That does look a little too. That looks a little uncanny. How motionless they are. So like, for like environments that are completely still, I might just want to like have like a little bit of like, I don't know, like a little bit of animation to the archers, even if it's just like fidgeting, right? Even if it's just like not like actual movement, or like maybe I'll just do like the wind thing, like that I was talking about, like, uh, although wind is a little weird in right here. Let me so for one thing, the adventures are still underground a little bit, so let's move them up slightly higher. I could just figure out what the actual number is supposed to be. I guess I'll just figure out what the actual number is supposed to be. What is the height of this image? The height of this image is 91. So it should be, so it should be 231. uh, uh, or no, 229, 229. Huh. I didn't realize it was that tall, but whatever. Okay. Um, so yeah, so now the archer should not be jittery, and look at that, perfectly smooth. Those are some smooth archers. There's some super smooth archers. All right, so yeah, so they're still like drawing on top of each other. They're drawing in the right position though. Oh, and I guess I need to move this whole chunk down to the other section, or up to the other section, because I'll want to be blitting it before I blit the near ground layer. Um, yeah, I still don't know exactly what I'm going to do with players while this is all happening, but actually, before I move that, even I'm going to say so this is going to be actually like I times 20. It's also going to be minus I times 20. It's also going to be archery long view position minus I don't know, 50. No, more than that. Like minus minus 200 or something. I don't know. Because the archers are supposed to be on one side and the targets are supposed to be on the other side. So, what's that going to look like in terms of the positioning of the archers? Again, I won't actually want to be blitting these things separately. I want to be, yeah. So that's this is our row of archers, which should actually be still further separated. So like, I don't know, like 30. I'll try like 35. Because like when they're stacked on top of each other like that, it's like not even, you can't even tell like what is going on. Yeah. Maybe it's that they're too regular. They're too they're too evenly spaced. It looks like a pattern. It doesn't look like individual archers. I don't want to separate them too far. Oh, also like they're not like, yeah. Well, it's not going to be the same image repeated. It's going to be like, well, actually, hold on. Let me I'm gonna say 229 plus I. And this will be a subtle change, but just like it'll stagger them slightly downwards, so that way it'll be slightly perspective-y. Yeah, again, it's not supposed to look like this. In fact, I think for now I might just say for I in range 1. I will just do a single archer, just like set up the scene, and right. So it'll be graphics. So it'll also be, yeah. So duplicate this because it'll also be archery long view target, and then it'll be long view position plus 200 plus I times 35. And let's see how this looks. So again, like Trusty Bard and Binri will be walking across the scene, which is a little not supposed to happen. What? Archery long view target is not defined? Seriously? Oh, I spelled it out. No, just LV. Yeah. Okay. And then, oh, I still need to do the flag too. Okay, so it's still way off. It's supposed to pan, right? Like there's supposed to be this motion to the scene, except I guess that's okay. I felt like they started way too far to the right, but I guess like, yeah, they did start a little too far to the right. So I'm gonna say this will be minus 250, or no, this will be minus like 270. Actually, I think it should be, and this will be plus 130. not 1300, 130. Let's see how that looks. This should be a little more centered. Oh, is it really going to be on the boat? No, okay, good. I want to... I mean, it's important that it looks good on the boat as well, but, I don't know. I just like how it looks in the panning ones. Watch out! Oh no, Jesse Bard! No, Vinny, get down! Watch out! That's not safe. That's not a very safe place to walk. Yeah, okay. So, so yeah, and if I wanted to, I could put the range back up to like 5, and then it'll like have them in a row. Uh, so yeah, it doesn't look good right now because like there's no perspective. I think is the problem. So I need to add perspective, and like I'll smush them all into is a single image. If I'm even gonna have like multiples, it might just be that there is only one. There is only one, and for every adventurer out there, for all of you, it's exactly you, and that's true for everyone. It's one of those like I don't know. It's supposed to be a little bit like those Wild West sort of scenes where like it's just like you know a stare down, except in this case it's not like the bandit, or it's not like a it's not like a bandit and a sheriff. It's just an archer and a stuffed target. Okay. So yeah, this is mostly fine, I guess. Actually, I'll widen them a little bit, because right now like the targets like they all start like completely in frame. Oh well, on the pirate ship, of course, they start in frame and they stay in frame. Um, Actually, I guess on the pirate ship, because it's not panning, maybe I'll like widen the view a little bit, or something. I don't know. But yeah, let's widen this a little bit. So I'll bump this up to like 300. 300, and I'll bump this up to 100. Yeah. Yeah. No, wait, no. That's not how that works. 160. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's how that works. Okay. Yeah, this might go too far. This might put them out of frame. Because I want the archer to be... Yeah, no, okay, that's fine. I can even go further than that. Because right, as long as the target starts in frame, then the archer won't go out of frame by the end of it. Because the magic of numbers. So so we can widen it a bit, because the archer's not going to get anywhere near the edge before it switches back to the other tableau. It's gonna switch way too soon. So we have like another like 80 pixels, I think. So I'll do 3, because I don't want it to look like the archer's like right next to the target. I want to make it look like there's actually distance between it. So I went from 300 to 380. So okay, 300 to 380. That'll bring this up to 2400. Because I do want the scene to remain symmetrical mostly. All right, so. I mean, if I need more time between oh, whoops, I wasn't paying attention to whether it was in frame at the start. I mean, I guess if it's not 100% in frame at the start, then that's actually kind of okay too. Because like the tableau lasts for like upwards of like 20 seconds. Oh, actually, no, it did stay in frame. Okay, so that could be good. Yeah, it was just occurring to me like the tableau where like it goes like pew pew pew, and like the arrows are like landing on the targets, and it's showing you the percentages. It just occurred to me like we don't have to do that one in that exact order. All right, so actually it looks like, it doesn't look perfectly symmetrical yet. It looks like the target is starts a little off frame, and the adventurer never actually makes it to the edge of the frame. But it's mostly good how it is. I think this is pretty good. And then yeah, no, that should be fun. Oh, actually, no. Yeah, I will want to shift it in slightly, because when I stick the flag in the ground, it'll be next to the target. Yeah. Yeah, so the thing that was occurring to me is that, like, with the storyboard that we have going on, we don't have to go, like, we can go from the line up the shot to the long view to the squinty-eyed thing. We could even, yeah, originally I was saying, like, we could, Yeah, you know what we can do is we can go back briefly to the aim part, except we'll only go there like very quickly, and it'll just be to like see the to see like you'll just see the draw hand release, and then we'll go to the long view again, and we can see the arrow like fly at the target, and like it'll only be like a few seconds, right? It'll only be like you know the hand will release quickly, maybe just in like you know 2 frames of animation or something like that. Well, and then yeah, I mean it won't. It'll be like 2 frames of animation to release, and then like the you'll see the arrow sail a little bit. Um, and then it'll go to the long view, and the arrow will again like it'll basically repeat the same image. It'll like you'll see the release and the arrow flying, and that's just like I mean it's just like it's just like a little filler, but like that could be enough time to oh and then right and then you can see so it'll like maybe it'll like flash through like all three of the previous like tableaus that we just saw, and it'll like briefly show the adventurer's face again, and then that yeah that so that can be like that little like because like I just want to make sure that like it like the adventurer knows that like the arrow's like already in the air before it goes to like the pew 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 like it before it like really nails in the targets. um I mean again we have this 20-second delay that we're working with, so like even if it's not like exactly precise, like it should still be okay, but like I do want to like because we have to work around that delay, I want to get it as good as we can get it, like you know that horrible delay notwithstanding. All right, so yeah, the flag. Uh, so like before, we want to blit the flag based on the anim index. So it'll be like archery long view flag, uh, anim index I, and then it'll be archery. Well, basically like this one, except a little further. Oh, and this one isn't even supposed to be quite as far. So it'll basically be this like this position, and then this one will go down to like 220, I guess. 220? No, that's too far. Probably like 230. Uh, yeah, that seems fine. Oh, and then I'm missing a value. I'm missing the height value, which is 229 plus I. Yeah. Okay. So how would this look? It's just the flag. That's all I added in. Just the flag. Shifted things around a little bit. Added the flag back in. Oop, didn't like that. Invalid destination for blit. Archery level position. Oh wow, why are there so many commas in here? It's not good. It's not right. Okay. Uh, yeah. What was I gonna say? I feel like I was gonna say something. Oh yeah, and so when we're showing this tableau, like we won't have the environment in the background, but we will have the environment in the background here. Flag looks silly. It should definitely be offset further. So maybe it should be like more like maybe this one should be more like 220. 10 pixels is not as much as I keep thinking it is. I keep thinking 10 pixels is going to be like a significant distance, like a much more significant distance, but no. Alright, so lining it up. Lining it up. Oh, wow. Yeah! I forgot about the village. Performing archery in the village, like sometimes it will look a little bit questionable. Because like sometimes this target is going to be right next to this like fruit vendor. And so sometimes it'll look a little bit dangerous, the archery that's happening in this scene. But yeah, no one will actually get injured, I'm sure. It'll all work out just great, I'm sure. Don't try it at home, I guess, is the caveat there. All right. So yeah. Okay, cool. I like the tableaus that we have so far. I will separate the flag from the target a little bit further because they do seem still like too close. That flag animation could be a lot worse. All right, so now we will set up the next tableau. Yeah, because that tableau. Oh, I should move that tableau to the correct layer so that it draws underneath the foreground. And so I'll have to move a lot of the tableau processing up to the foreground because the whole thing about like switching tableaus, we have to do that up front because we can't switch tableaus after we already started to render the tableau. So yeah, so the so this whole SM tableau index 0, this will stay here, but then everything else will move up. So actually, let's uh, cut this and put it. I'll put it here because it will still be inside the if special mode equals archery thing, but then we'll have that special mode equals archery thing up higher where we do the tableau processing and stuff as well. So yeah. So what was I feel like I was gonna do something else here, but now I can't remember what was like the other thing that I was gonna do here. Um, so whatever, I'll just do this other thing instead. All right, so cut all this. So special mode archery, yeah. So this is gonna be after the parade. I mean, it can be adjacent to the parade because like that's like on the same. If G event on. Wait, for foreground, graphic split, LI. What is LI? Oh, act slots. Oh, act slots. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So no, act slots. Yeah, that's also irrelevant. Whoops. But I don't want to intercept it from itself. So if special mode equals archery, then I don't need the script running. If I have the script running twice at a time, like it muffles like the audio for some reason. I don't know what that's about, but whatever. All right, so yes, here we go. So now it should do the same thing. Nothing should have changed except that it should now draw the. So this still draws over the background, which is kind of silly because the background is not going to draw. Oh, actually, I guess I could do it all in the same place. Oh, wait a second. It's drawing over the snow. If I had put this in the correct place, it should draw under the snow. So I clearly put this in the wrong place. All right, but once I get it in the right place, all right. Yeah, oh yeah, right. This is the foreground, right? So no, it has to go way higher than this. Stop. What are you doing? Why will you not let me select? Cut this. Okay. So yeah, no, it goes way up here. Yeah. Oh, this one. Yeah. I'll have it draw here, which is like just after the oh no, this is the parade. Oh, yeah, no, that's where we process the parade. Yeah, I'll have it draw like after the adventures, because just in case like the adventures like collide with it or something, this way it won't literally like the adventures will draw in the background at least. I don't know. Is this better? Maybe. All right, so yeah, it's gonna be subtle here, but like yeah, so like the rocks in the foreground are drawing in front of the targets and stuff like that. But then like hypothetically, the adventures. I mean, the adventures. I should just come up with like a different solution so that the adventures don't like just walk through the scene because that just looks so dangerous. That looks so dangerous. Like, come on, Trusty Bard, what are you doing? Benry, get your head together. If someone's poised with a bow and arrow, you don't just like stroll right next to them. You don't just like duck right in front of where they are. All right, so yeah, but this is mostly good now. Yeah, okay, so with the environment, I should probably just move the entire tableau, like keep the whole tableau thing together, because like I was saying, like when that tableau, like when like the other tableaus render, like there's not supposed to be the environments in the background, so yeah. Uh, 20 seconds might be a little too long for these tableaus too. Or like I might, instead of just having like one timer for like all the tableaus. Oh yeah, yeah, no, especially if I'm doing those quicker tableaus, I'll have to actually have each of the tableaus themselves keep their own individual timers. Excuse me. All right, so let's it just occurred to me, which is kind of funny. Every time we go back to this tableau, it's going to be in a slightly different position. Right, because we're going to always, like, center it on, like, whatever the environment is currently. And, yeah. That's fine. That's fine to me. So maybe I shouldn't repeat the same sort of tableaus like super often. Yeah, maybe I should come up with like, okay, yeah. So actually, instead of repeating the long view when we go back through it again, maybe like yeah, maybe so it'll show the adventurer's face, and then it'll just show like it won't show the same view of like the target. It'll just show the hand releasing. Oh yeah, maybe it'll be a tableau that like does like a slow mo of like the hand releasing, and then the arrow like, and then like it'll just like show the arrow like flying through the air like all like, not like head on, but like from the side like, or maybe I mean it could do head on. It could do like I don't know. I'll come up with something, uh, and there'll be speed lines going by like I don't know lasers and like sharks and explosions. No, um, so yeah, let's I might call this okay for now. I might I might save this for now and pick this up tomorrow. I think probably I could keep going, but no, I just said I'm gonna not probably keep going, and so I'm probably not gonna keep going. All right, so my last active streamer for this evening will be to find another cool stream that we can all. Oh whoa, oh, why is it? Oh, it's showing the wrong one. Sorry, wait, hold on. Well, it's interesting to see it in that context. So that's like what the that's what the screen space will be that it takes up. Oh, so it is gonna cover up my face. I can always just offset it a little bit, so that it doesn't like cover up my face. I mean, it covers up my face. It like puts like a. Well, yeah, we can all see it. Anyways, I didn't actually mean to be showing that one necessarily. So let's stop that one, and hopefully it'll show the correct one. Yeah, all right, there we go. I don't know how long was it doing that for. Was it just when I switched over to Facecam? Anyways, yeah, let's. I don't know. I'm out of sorts right now. I don't know. I think I was really into the. I think I kind of really enjoyed like having that chance to, like break away from like everything that we've been doing for like so long with like the refactors and like the updates and like the needly little work that like it feels really good to I feel like I can really sink my teeth into like what we're doing now, and that's like a really good feeling. So yeah, so I'm gonna take off. Thank you everyone for hanging out today. I had a bunch of fun. I've been waiting to work on this for like a while now, so it's cool to like actually be like getting to it. And so I'll probably be picking up on this first thing tomorrow. I hope to see you all again in the near future. And until next time, have a wonderful whatever time of day it is where you are. Bye, bye guys, bye, 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 bye. This is me running away, running to go get some food or something. No. Alright, so /host, AITCHEST _OF_DEES, Blamo. Yeah. And then I'm gonna stop streaming, bye.